came in, but it's kind of documented now. I've seen some documentaries where Hendrix was troubled before he died. He was involved with people that were kind of pretty heavy, in management, really heavy. And it kind of affected him later on. Seemed to be he was affected, but I saw him play, as I keep saying, as a free spirit. And you see Judas Priest in those days as a complete free spirit. You can tell that these guys on this stage are doing exactly what they want to do. And they're loving it. Whereas later on, towards the end of my, participation, you could, it's almost like, we become affected by various things. Probably affected by the sheer fact that we're out there and we've been doing this for as long as we have. Whereas on that video there, we hadn't been doing it long enough. Can't get enough of it. And it shows in the performance, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
It's something I missed. I missed that.
Yeah, that's understandable. Although there was other reasons for your leaving, do you think partly because you had other thoughts going around in your head, did you think, unless you're feeling that freedom like you did, say, on that 82 show, do you feel like that's a reason for you to step out as well? Because unless you're feeling that
it's exactly that. And I've got to say, we were like that. We felt that we were up, and we got further to go, which we did. And then you go over the, you reach a kind of peak, and there's kind of, you hate to admit it, but there's some kind of decline where we're looking older, not as fit, not as, I always had a saying, the older we get, the younger we've got to play, and that's how I felt about it. But it wasn't really happening.
No, do you think a lot of bands should take on that thing, like these bands who keep going, and I won't name names, but a lot of these metal bands it's a new tour, and you kind of hear that they're not really wanting to do it. That it's like, this is the last tour, and then something makes them do another last tour. Like, do you think they should just, if they're going to do a last tour, that's it? Or do you think flog it out to death or not?
Well, it's like anything else. I mean, we heard that, Sabbath did their, it was the final thing, but Ozzy's going out again with Priest supporting. That's going to be a good ticket, that's going to be a good ticket. Never say never, never say die. What can I say? Is that a song title? Just come on.